Hmm. I don't know what happens. Ooh, nice stream, bro. I don't know. Just edit. I didn't do anything. My internet is also okay, so. Oh, Hmm. I have an idea for that. Wait, what happened here? Something happened to the background. Where's the pen? How to fix this one? By the way, using uh-huh. Yeah, I use on no onion skin. Am I actually I okay, this works. Why doesn't it work? Oh, I see. I never use onion skin when I animate. I only use it to check if the movement is correct. Like, I do this with onion skin to see if the animation follows the curve. Like, if one head was off the curve, I knew exactly which frame I need to fix. I just use onion skin to check the spacing and the timing. Only the spacing. I don't need onion skin while I'm animating. I just need it to see if the arcs fit. Like if I made this, like turn on onion skin to see the next few frames after I animated them, I would just check if the curve is alright. That's why I would use onion skin. Or if I would add an in-between. If I added an in-between, and it would be difficult without onion skin. But other than that, no. Just using 2 characters I made all by myself as mods for a game count as an animation. It counts as it counts as a skin if you made characters by yourself as mods, but you didn't animate them. If you just drew the characters, it's not an animation. I need to focus. Let me put out the light. So let's animate the red guy. What is going on here? Yeah, he's rolling. He's rolling. Or doing a small flip. Whatever you want to call it. And then he's getting flapped to go up again. This is too much progression. Head movement is kind of weird. If it's like if I animate it here, I can kind of see if it looks right or not. I don't need the onion skin. I can just go back the past couple frames and see, look at the head and imagine like a curve and look if it follows that curve. Same to the legs, if they move like this the next couple frames, I just look how the legs move, and that makes my decision if I need to fix it or not. If I constantly had this on, like even if it's just the next 2 frames and the last 2 frames, all of this will disturb me. Like this will distract me from drawing. This feels more relaxed to me. Don't need too much information. It's kind of like turning off the background. I do that too. Let me do that. So I can see the characters better. Yeah. You replace the weapon in between two layers. You place the weapon in between two layers and animate your stick figure on either one depending. I have one layer for the red guy. And I have one layer for his weapon. I have two layers for his weapon. I use a layer called broom. Or for the red guy, I use the pan layer. It's below the red guy. But being below the guy means they're going to be behind it. And if I want to move it in front of the guy, I grab the weapon object and put it on the layer of the character. I don't need an extra layer above the character. I just put it on the character layer. And then whenever I want a single body part above the weapon, I use object drawing. Or I make that part a group by selecting it and pressing Ctrl G. You can also, if for example the head, there is a symbol and the weapon is a symbol. If you want the weapon behind the head, even though they're on the same layer, you use Control and arrow keys, like Control down to put it behind, or Control up to put it in front. I mostly use Control G because if you hit J for object drawing, I often forget to turn it off, and that's why I don't like it. Sometimes I accidentally click J like for object drawing instead of fill for group for bucket tool. I use transform a lot, like selecting them, and then if you use transform on line tool and hit hold control, you can grab the edges like this, and this will change the line depending on which of the transform points you select. And you don't have to redraw the line, you can just shift it. See if this... Oh, I forgot the pan. I wanted to animate the pan. So maybe I can do a counter attack after this. Oh, I see. Let's put the pun here and here. What I said about not using onion skin is because it distracts me. Like, even if it's just the next and the past 2 frames, this is too much information. It's kind of like disabling the background for me if I disable onion skin, because then I can see it clearer. And I don't need... The onion skin is like just a guide if you need help with the animation to see if it's like following the arcs and stuff. I can just do that after animating. After animating, I can use a lot of onion skin for the past like 5 or 6 frames, and then just I'm looking for a good spot. For example, here I can just check if there was one frame. If this frame was like around here, I would know exactly which frame is off. But this normally doesn't happen to me. But that's the way I use onion skin. After I animate, I check the past sequence and look if it follows the arc. Or if something wasn't spaced correctly. For example, you could fix this spacing here. Because here he slows down a bit and then he speeds up a bit. But this is not that big of an issue. I could quickly fix it still. Just interesting. He has 2 heads. I don't know. Maybe it was better before. See. Looks fine. For example here, I don't even need the onion skin. I can just go frame by frame and look, just focus on the head when I'm playing it and look how the head is moving. It's kind of moving like this. And if, for example, one frame was, the head was around here, if it went like this, then I would fix this frame. If I see it, like for me it looks kind of like this right now. Sorry about that, I'm back now. Anyways, you get the point. I just can use my eyes good enough. Like I can see the movement without onion skin. That's why I don't need it. Let's see. For example here. Looks fine to me. Like nothing is going crazy off the arc. If it was something crazy, like what I showed before, then I would fix it. Nothing goes like this for me. The pan. I was at the pan. Ooh. Make the background music a bit louder for the stream and a bit more quiet for me, because it's distracting me. Okay, so the background music is silent. What to color this on? Oh yeah, it is. It already is a fill, so I drew the arm as if it was holding the pan still. I knew exactly where I wanted to put the pan to be. Oops. Here I ignored it. And just do this. Maybe show the inside of the pan, maybe this side. This is too much progression. Let's see. Yeah, this is too much progression. Maybe like this. One hardly makes any sense. Is the problem? Room and pan on the same layer? feel like this is not that big, but I feel like the pan could have a blur here when you get kicked. Is it a symbol already? No, it's a group. Let's make it a symbol just for this one frame. Blur. Not blur. Put this way up. Is this too dark? Let's see. Doesn't look that good. As blur. Multiple copies. This one. %30 alpha. This one 60%. It should look good. Okay, it doesn't make much difference, but let's use this again. After that, one frame without it. Let's see what happens. Oh, see. Now it looks like the blur is also moving, which makes it look better. Like, it looks like the after images are merging with the original object. It makes the blur cooler. Sometimes accidentally I zoom in. Happens all the time to me. One thing I do is use no onion skin, but another thing I do is I always animate zoomed out at 100%. Like always. I never need to zoom in or out. Many people animate zoom this far in, and I think this is a disadvantage. It makes you animate much slower because you have to travel further distance with your brush. Like, you need to draw more longer lines on your screen than if you need when you are zoomed out 100%. On the other hand, this is more precise than this. And also if you use brush tool, if you're zoomed in, like if you're zoomed out and animate with brush tool, if you zoom into the animation, it looks kinda, it doesn't look that clean anymore. If you're, for example, if I use zero smoothing and I draw and then I zoom in, you can see it's not that clean as if I was drawing this far zoomed in the first place. This looks much cleaner if you're zooming in. But my idea is, my way of thinking is, animation is not made to be zoomed into. Nobody zooms into stick figures to see how clean the lines look. That's why I don't animate that far zoomed in. I just animate it zoomed out. And if something looks like slightly off, nobody will really notice or pay attention. Is my idea. Because it's just stick figures. And maybe I wanted it to be here. Hi Kitty. Hi Zentem. Was hitting him up. Nah, he wasn't hitting him down. He was hitting him up. Should have noticed that. The frames look kinda good, but it doesn't fit to the hit. So I gotta delete them. Maybe I can scratch out his arm here because he gets hit in the middle. Can I do this? And the head down. Impact looks heavy enough. Not like this. Just send him. Wait, let's see the next hit first. Okay, the next hit is right here. So I have to keep that in mind. Let's let him fall into him. This leg still goes up. This arm goes up. This arm goes like this. This leg goes up. This leg goes down. He's kind of falling sideways to the back. Also, while falling that way. So he's kind of falling like this. So that his feet would be closer to us and his head would maybe hit on the table or something. I'm trying to pin him that way. But he already gets hit next frame, so it doesn't even matter. But kinda does. You can kinda see the idea. Like, better reactions are always good to have. See. He's too fast. Just this one frame then. Okay. Oh, the head. So this leg was going up. Let's say he blocks this one and then dodges the next one. Then I can make a counter attack. So he barely blocks this one. And then he goes down. Really quickly. Wait. Okay. What did I just do? So his leg is kind of moving like this. See? It moves in, like it moves up. Then the knee moves in, so his leg would kind of land like this. Because he's moving his knee in, and then he has to stretch out his leg. And at the same time, his body will turn like this along the leg. That's what I'm going to do. Have him have his balance. He kind of looks like Fry. I already said that, but kind of funny to think about it. He's faster than the pink or the purple guy. That's why I'm making this a single frame. And then another frame where he's even deeper down. This arm was holding the pen. Let's see if this fits. I'm replaying this because it's synced. I don't want to reveal how the sync sounds. That's why you're not hearing it. We're not getting to the background today. Tomorrow then. Purple guy is lagging a bit. Like his brain is not functioning. He sees him go down, but he does the hit anyway. That's what a lot of people do in the animation. I'm gonna use it too. Like only nerds will notice that he could have attacked him down here instead of missing the attack. What is going on? I didn't want to select those. I make his head like straight up, like above the arms, not inside the arms. So then it looks like he's looking to the front and not down. Head positioning is also really important, especially for character acting for stick figures. So this leg can be more stretched. Show his foot, obviously. Make this foot go up because he's moving the leg down. Then now we can put the head down. Now he notices the guys behind him. Maybe even like this. A copy. Maybe we keep the broom up here. So it looks like the impact would have been heavy. Because he smashes the broom into the wall like this. Okay. Let's fix this. Here I'm using onion skin to fix the head position. Could use one more in between. I have the time to sync it up. frame before the hit is a single frame. Oh wait, this is the hit. Then add even more in betweens. Actually, I don't like this. Move it out the wall. I hold shift to click on single body parts to add them to the selection. If I click again, they will be removed from the selection. So I'm selecting this part and just pushing it back instead of redrawing the stick completely. This is really efficient. Yeah, this is good. Copy this frame, paste it. I'm changing little things here. Let's select everything and click on the head, click on the broom while holding shift. Now only the lines are selected. For some reason it's not only the lines. What else is selected? Okay, this layer is selected. Just select the layer. Oh, there was a reason that layer was unlocked. The broom is still selected. Okay. Now I'm holding shift, not control. If I was holding control, it would do this. But if I hold shift, it just does this. And I just moved it. If I had the head selected as well, the head wouldn't be round anymore. It would go like this. That's why I don't include the head in the selection. I just moved the head. And now I just need to adjust a few things. Like this part, I can just adjust it a bit. Maybe add an elbow here. Make this arm. Maybe even the broom. Just so the frame is a bit different. Not just doesn't look like a edited version of. Okay, it kind of looks like an edited version. That's why I'm drawing the arm here. And pushing the head down. Redrawing this too. Okay. I did too much here. Go a bit back. Okay, this happens because I have both the lines and the broom selected. Now it rotates it, or it turns it around this point. That's why I'm holding control. Wait, I'm holding Alt? Yeah, I need to hold Alt to fix that. Okay. And then single frame. Actually, let me see what the chat thinks. Thank you, Joe. Hey Shark, how do you think choreography? How do I think of choreography? I'm trying to talk about the moves I'm going to do next. I don't know if it makes sense to you if I Like, I'm trying to tell you how I think about what I'm doing. Like, what are my thoughts? What is going to be the next move? Because I can't really explain like my thought process that much. I can just tell you what I think looks cool if I do it next. Mostly, I use the arcs. Like, what is going on here? Okay, I thought I messed up some frames, but mostly I use the arcs. Like, he's moving like this right now. I could bounce back and do something like this, or I could attack his head, could attack his... I probably would attack him around here, so I would bounce like this. Like, in this case, I'm attacking the head. So the arcs help me a lot. For example, here... Wait, let's start from here. He's hitting him downward. Like, after this dancing with the staff, I could do this, for example. And then I think about what's going to happen with the opponent. Like, before the opponent was even there, I only had the purple guy. So he wouldn't even be there right now. So I'm thinking, while I'm doing this attack, I'm thinking where the opponent is going to be after the attack. And how I could follow it up. So right now, I would hit the opponent down. And he would stand back up. In the time he stands back up, what am I going to do with him? That's what I'm thinking. Here I'm moving the staff to the back to attack him from below. So what is going to happen after this? The opponent would maybe fly in the air or fly back. So what am I going to do in the time the opponent is stunned? Like, he's in the air. What am I going to do? I could either jump, for example here, or I could dance around again. And here I'm dancing around again. Like, he's spinning the staff. And I'm using this momentum, or like this as a filler movement. And then around here, the enemy would be back on the ground and I could continue my combo. So while he does this, I'm preparing for a kick. Here I'm doing the kick, and I'm thinking again where the enemy would be. He would be kind of on the wall. So I'm moving a bit more in and going for a long attack, because I did the kick before. If I didn't do this kick, or if I made the leg go back like this, then I would go for another kick maybe. But here, like, okay, I could go for another kick here. But, oh wait, I didn't. This is before the kick. So, if after the kick, his leg would be here, I would go for another kick. But now his leg is down here, so he moves forward for a wall attack. And here I'm doing like a wall combo, because the enemy would guaranteed be hit here. That's how I think about my attacks. I just use the momentum, the movement, and think about where the enemy is. Then I chain up new moves. I tried my best to explain it. Maybe I should delay the dodge. I could delay this movement a bit. So now my plan is to make him dodge the next attack, because he blocked this attack. I decided to have him block the attack. The pen is supposed... What the heck? Accidentally zoomed in. He gets hit. That's weird. That's also weird. I messed up something. Attack. Is he supposed to have this position here? Like, is this the reaction to the attack? Or is this the reaction to the attack? That's what confuses me. Okay. Let's see what happens if I remove this frame. This doesn't look good. Let's just make it look like he's getting attacked here. Boom. Now he looks like he's getting attacked because the head is moving back in now. And then this part looks off. His body shouldn't be that far back. And his head shouldn't be up here. With his whole body in a bit. Now it looks like he gets attacked and his head moves like this after. And then after the head moves like this, he gets attacked again. Okay, interesting. Head moves in back again. Ah, here he depends the attack. Okay. So I made him stop one attack. Okay. Interesting. This happens. This keeps happening. Oh, I see. I didn't notice it. Okay. This is the pan. And in the next frame, he loses the pan. So what I did is I kept making this last 2 frames, but this also made the broom last longer. It was just 2 items that should have been on separate frames. He blocks this. Now he should bounce back. He can't be moving down immediately. That makes him look like the attack doesn't affect him. He should bounce a bit before doing that. That's why I'm going to add in-betweens. I drew this head on the wrong layer. Bounce in. And this gives me time, because he needs to time his dodge together with the attack. So it doesn't look like he's just missing it for no reason. He misses it because the other guy has to dodge at the same time. So while he's charging for the next attack, he bounces a bit. Make this a single frame. See how it looks. Bounces to heavy. Or could also call it the shake. Then this is a double frame. Maybe add another in between here. And then see how smooth it looks now? Also the background ended. I animated that first. I normally don't do that. But here the head is bouncing, so the head has primary movement. The rest of the body just follows along. His legs also bounce or shake a bit. His knee goes in and out, and now it goes back in. I don't even know if that looks good. We'll have to see. Other arm is around here. I'm making this a single frame. Also making this a single frame. Too much progression. A bit down more. I'm looking at the head right now. I'm focusing the head. I noticed the head moves like a curve and then moves off. That's what I'm going to fix now. Right here, you see? He moved like this and suddenly he moves down. He should keep the curve. unselect the head. Actually, I like this pose more. This pose looks cooler than this pose. That's why I'm deleting this and adjusting the previous frames to make the this frame fit into the curve. Let's check the onion skin for that. Looks good enough. Timing looks kinda good. Could have made this a bit more extreme. Like more progression. Let's see. I feel like one of them could have been a double frame. This one. Not this one, this one. Where's the hit? Here we have the hit. So I have this as double frame. This is the last frame before the hit. What I'm going to do here is I will move the purple stick forward, but the hit doesn't happen already. Also here, he will be into the wall instead. He will be real close to the wall. So the purple stick moves in first, but the broom moves after, a bit delayed. Yeah. Actually, I can make it really exaggerated. He almost bounces his head into the wall. And then here his head is already bouncing back. Don't like this pose. I make the red guy invisible for a moment. Boom. This is also not a problem. This joint, look at the curve, it travels like this. And then it stops. That's not good. It also needs to bounce. Or maybe it needs to go in more. Let's try this first, making it go in more. I don't think it's going to look good. That's why I'm going to bounce it back. Don't ask why I noticed it, how I noticed it so fast. It just clicked for me that this won't look good. think this is a good idea. Making the arms like this. Let's see. Wow. Kind of fits. I just need to fix the arms here. Maybe this one is more stretched out. And then looks good. The broom can be a bit more pointing down. Adding another hand here. Extra detail. Let's see. Let's see how it looks with the red guy synced. I like how the head doesn't go down here. The head is like being dragged down. Kind of like the legs are moving first and then the head gets dragged by the rest of the body. That's how it looks here. That's why I'm going to fix it here a bit. Let's make the blue guy invisible this time. I want the body, like the back. Only the back needs to be fixed. So it looks like the head is in the middle and not in front of the body. Like not in front of the neck, as if he was bending down, but in the middle, kind of like here. We also, oh, it's an object. Bend it like this. If I do this, I need to fix the next two. Very, very detail. Clothing. Then we do this. This leg showed the knee at the top and this at the bottom. Now if this knee goes up, if this knee goes up, this one goes down. Movement goes like this, and then it would be like this, but then it goes like this. We are skipping this frame because it looks bad in this case. So we are instantly going from this to this pose. Could even make him turn his leg. Can have a lot of progression here because this is a single frame. He's really fast here. He just needs to stand up immediately because it's synced and I have to do the hit very soon after this. The red guy is going to do a counter attack now. Need to think about what the purple guy is doing too. Is he just going to stand there and take the attack? I need to do a double frame here. Not sure about this pose. I'm already. Let me skip it. This worked out. Looks like he's spinning almost. Not sure which arm has the pen in it. This one maybe, or this one. Let's say this one has the pen. And the pen would look like this. Pen is here. Wait, which one? Pen is here. Now it needs to go pen like this. What is the head doing? Head goes like this and goes down. Now it goes up. This is wrong. Just have him bent down or kneel down. Don't get too much resized. Let's see again. I have time for some double frames. No. Dip. Switch legs. I've been doing this a lot. Having legs like this or legs like this when they're turning around. You don't notice it unless you pause my animations, but I do this a lot. It looks good if you play it. Like this frame alone, like watching this, maybe this looks questionable, but it makes sense. It looks like they are turning around, switching legs or something like that. I know exactly this leg is now this leg, now it's this leg. It's just the character turning around. Now this leg was in the air. It's going to the ground. This one is going to stay on the ground. And this one is going to go up. See? Something like this could happen now. But I'm not going to necessarily do that. I'm just going to try out a few things. Need to keep the head in mind too. Head is always important. Easy to lose track on. Need something to drink. Yeah, you struggle with weird frames. It's worth it trying them out. But it can also bring a lot of problems. Like, there's a lot of things you need to keep in mind. For example, while I'm doing this, I also need to keep looking at the head if everything is alright. I also need to keep looking at the body, that it's moving like this, and not suddenly like this. This happens. For example, it happened here. I moved it like this, and then it goes back like this. So this looks a bit weird. Looks like he's dancing in a circle. Like his body is spinning in a circle. And this part is also important to keep track on, like the curve of this joint. See? Okay, it's not too bad here, but I would push this here. I think it looks better like that. Yeah. Also the neck. The neck is also an important joint. Really important. He's looking this way right now. Now he's looking to us in the middle. Now he turned this way. That's what the neck decides. Where he's looking at. Now it's back to the middle. Now it should look this way after this frame. For the knee maybe. I can do this exaggeration. This doesn't really matter if you do something like this or this. If it's just for one frame. I like this. I like using this little leg in run cycles too. In this frame and run cycle. So this part will stick out more because this leg is very little. You don't see this and you don't notice it because it's just for one frame. But I got that from Shock series. Turquoise used it too. That's just something I noticed in the run cycle. It really works well. Like, animating stick figures allows you to do weird movement where you break the body if you're good enough at hiding it. Now that needs to be more on the bottom, and then this is the impact. Also, I don't like the impact. I don't. Sometimes it feels repetitive. We went from this pose back to going down. I don't like this part. Instead, I will keep his knee, or like this joint, a bit higher up. This goes higher up. And he will do a down attack from the top. So this arm goes up. And then I was going to do an up attack. I was going to do something like this. Now I'm going to do it this way. Maybe stretch this leg, or almost stretch it. There's a small difference. This part was on this side before. He was doing this. Now he's going down. I just need to fix the transition into the hit. And also the hit pose need to finish it. Maybe he bends a bit more. Maybe I do this too. Let's see. Those are like two little steps. Or one little step. Instead of... See, the legs are doing kind of the same thing right now. That's why I'm changing this leg a bit. I'm just trying out a few things. Maybe add this knee a bit lower, maybe a bit higher. Maybe this part a bit higher. And then here's another frame I can add. Maybe this part goes out of our vision, like this whole lower leg, and we just see this part and this part. It would look like this, kinda. Or like this. Depending on how you draw the foot. So this knee goes in. See, it's kind of fun. It makes the poses so dynamic to use depth. Like, just make some lines shorter or just don't draw them sometimes. I also need to fix the arm curve. Either I'm making this line shorter, he's bending forward. Or backward, I don't really know. We can't tell. Like maybe this foot is pointing at us. Maybe the knee is pointing at us. Maybe the foot is in the back. We can't tell. Let's look at this joint. Inconsistent. Goes up, stay still. It's almost no progression here. Then a lot of progression. Could make the progression a bit less here. Then I would have to change just the bottom part. And then this. Same here. If I was selecting this, I could only move everything in the same direction. But I want this part to move this way and attach this part to the joint. Bit too much. I haven't even animated the other arm, and I haven't even checked if the right arm holds the pen. Let's just add the pen. You guys are learning something. talking extra much so you understand what I'm doing or what I'm trying to do. So maybe this arm doesn't have to go down here. Pose looks a bit relaxed. Let's have the arm a bit higher up. Pan on the pen layer. She's turning around. And it's now behind the stick. Oops. Didn't make a new frame. Have it in front of the arm this time. I'm not checking if it makes perfect sense. It just looks dynamic enough to me. Like, I'm not checking if it really should have been in front of the arm or behind the arm. Oh no. No! My flash crashed. Oh, no worries. I did too much. I lost a lot. And I haven't used the... I lost a lot. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to the stream. I'm going to copy where's my stream? Just use my snipping tool to record, screen record my stream on my other monitor. And then I will try my best to recover those frames by basically tracing or copying the frames. I just have to find a point in the stream. With tracing, I mean, you know, when you import something into Flash and then trace the image so you don't have to draw it. You don't actually draw, you just import an image and then make it a vector. or I just copy, like try my best to draw. It doesn't have to be perfectly the same pose, because my poses aren't perfect. I'm drawing zoomed out, so it doesn't matter if I have slight difference. I just need to wait before I do anything. How much did I lose? I lost all the red guy's frames. I also lost a lot of purple guy's frames. Should I end the stream here? Just so I don't lose track of where I have to copy it. Guys, I'm sorry, I will end the stream just to make it easier for myself. Because this will take a bit. Wish me luck. This is unfortunate. Stupid flash. Okay, see you tomorrow. Yeah, I don't feel like starting another stream, because by the time I'm done with doing that, it's not worth starting another stream. Because how long have I been streaming? Almost 2 hours. Yeah, I wanted to. I didn't want to do a lot more, but I won't do anything other than adding the trace part. So I won't do anything really off stream. I just will come back to where I left off before Flash crashed. Alright, see you tomorrow, guys, again. Bye bye.